Hello, welcome to Forex 106. We are going to talk about using candles to get good entry points. Now on Forex 101 we spoke about candles, introduction to candles. Please do go to our Forex 101 so that you can understand what we are talking about when you talk about a shadow, the high and the close of candles. Right, so we're going to go deeper into our candles. We're going to use these candles to get good entry signals, so stick to us to understand what candles are and how we can use them to get powerful and good entry signals. Right, so let's go to our next candles. Candles have different bodies. You get a long and a short, buy and sell. They have a different body sizes. When you're seeing a short candles, it means buyers are weak. When you're seeing a long candles, it means buyers are strong. Same here, same thing here. Sellers are weak. Here they are strong. So go look for these candles on your graph and understand what do they mean. Right, and then from here we are going to talk about our shadow. Remember Forex 101 we spoke about candle shadows. This is a long shadow and a short body, a long shadow and a short body. This one represents a sell, this one represents a buy. When you are seeing a long shadow, it speaks about rejection. It means there is a strong rejection to the downside. It means there is a strong rejection. When you're seeing a long shadow, it means a strong rejection, whether on a buy or on a sell. So let's look at the graphical explanation and psychology behind your long shadow candle. Right, on your long shadow candle, this here shows a strong rejection to the downside. So this means the psychology behind it means buyers were very strong. They got strongly rejected and that led to a huge sell. I hope you're seeing this. Buyers were strong. They got rejected and it resulted into a huge sell. Right, so let's look at other powerful examples of rejection candles. The same thing here on our graph. We are seeing a rejection candle here. There was a huge rejection that resulted into a buy, a huge rejection that resulted into a buy. Here also we are seeing a long shadow, huge rejection that resulted into a sell. Here a long shadow, short body, huge rejection that also resulted into a buy. I want you to go to your graphs and identify these rejections and what follows after them. Remember, the psychology behind this is right now here sellers were very strong, they got rejected and buyers gained power. They became very aggressive buyers entered the market and pushed it up. So here the same thing, sellers were very strong but buyers came in aggressively and they pushed the market up. So we are going to continue to our engulfing candles. When we look at our engulfing candle, we have bearish engulfing candle or sell engulfing candle and bullish engulfing candle or buy engulfing candle. So when we look at our candles, when we talk about engulfing, the way to engulf means to take over or to cover up. So when we look at engulfing candles, we must see a small body and a big body that has engulfed the small body. Right, let's look at our graph and the psychology behind it. Right, when we look at our graph here, we are seeing a strong sell rejection because this candle engulfed the previous candle and resulted into a huge buy. It took it over, it engulfed it. There's a small candle here and then a sell candle took over. Sellers became strong and took over the market. This means that buyers were strong, they lost power, sellers took over the market and then resulted into a sell signal. Remember, these are just for entry points. These are not strategies. This is for your entry point when you have analyzed the market with the strategy that you're using. Final entry point to know when to enter the market, you look for this. In our next lessons, we are going to use strategies to show you how you can use this to enter, and where you enter and when you enter. So stick to us to our forex lessons to our next forex class. Do subscribe, click the notification bell to get latest videos on forex. Right, so we continue on our engulfing candles. This is a strong engulfing candle. It has engulfed this sell candle, and a buy candle engulfed it and resulted into a huge buy. So when you are looking at this, you see sellers were strong, they lost power, huge engulfing candle, and boom, a strong buy resulted. So go to your graph, look for engulfing candles, candles that engulf other candles, or that takes them over, or that covers them up, or that are longer than previous candles, and see what comes after. Then we are going to talk about Doji Candle. When you identify Doji Candle, this is a candle with a long shadow and a very small body. This is a Doji Candle. The psychology behind a Doji Candle is that buyers were very strong, they got aggressively rejected, and a sell came in. You are going to see this at the point of resistance or support. Whenever you are at the point of resistance or support and you see this candle, then you get a strong buy or sell signal. Let us go to our graph to see what we are talking about. Please, when we are teaching this, also open your MT4 or your trading view to really go to the graphs and see really what is happening, to go and identify them by yourselves. Right, so this is a strong rejection, and here, let me just try to zoom in. Here you are seeing a doji on rejection, doji, and resulted into a sell. A doji resulted into a sell, long shadow, short body, rejection, resistance. Right. So let's look at another graphical explanation of our doji. Right, here you can see a doji candle also. Let me try to zoom in. Long shadow. It's giving us a long shadow, a short body, resistance, and look at the buy that came afterwards. You can see here resistance, long shadow, short body, and a sell that resulted afterwards. So the psychology behind it is sellers were very strong. Because of resistance, they got strongly rejected and resulted into a buy. So go to your graphs also, look at this, especially on a points of rejection. Right, so let's continue. Let us continue. Then we have another candle called the morning star. The morning star has 3 candles. You get 1 candle, 2nd candle, 3rd candle. This means that sellers were too strong, they lost their power, and buyers gained power. That's the psychology behind it. There were huge sellers, they lost their strength, and buyers took over the market. You do know that forex is a battle between buyers and sellers, and where they believe the market will go. So let us look at our graphical explanation. So sellers are strong, they are losing power, buyers are taking over. and a strong buy a signal resulted, right? So go look for your morning star. It must be something like this. Go look for your morning star so that you will understand what we are talking about, right? Let's continue. The same thing here. Sell morning star, right? Buyers were too strong, they are losing power here. Sellers are taking over, then a huge sell result. Let me show you something here. I believe we have another morning star here. So sellers are now strong. A strong rejection also. This is a doji, remember. Then there was another huge buy that resulted and buyers took over. So this is also a morning star with a doji, right? Please go to your graphs and look for this. Go to your graphs and look for this, your MT4 or your trading view, and look for this, right? So we've come to the end of our candles. We will continue with candles on the next video, showing you strategies on how to effectively trade your candles. This is Grace Investment. We are looking forward to seeing you on Forex 107, making you the best Forex trader out there.